My journey with lupus started when I started getting these marks on my skin. They started off as like third-degree burns from the sun. I was afraid. I was devastated. I had an 18-year-old daughter whose father had just committed suicide. I had a 7-year-old son and an 11-year-old son. And the only thing that crossed my mind was that my children was going to be without their mother. The thought of her losing both of her parents was something I couldn't imagine. I had no clue what lupus was. The only thing I knew was that an aunt of mine had died from lupus. So I imagined that my skin was going to get darker and I was going to be bloated and I was going to die. It felt like a punch in the face. I literally melted in that chair and everything went silent. My skin went from a pink discolor to super black because I had become allergic to the sun like overnight. And whenever I would take a shower, my skin would fall off and my hair started coming out. And I was very frustrated because no one could tell me really what lupus was. When my skin began to change, I felt hideous. I felt like a zombie. I felt so ugly. And I thought to myself, who's gonna want someone with their skin like this? It reminded me of the leopards from the Bible. I had gotten so depressed when I had lupus. I had got into addiction. I just wanted to be numb. I started to not take care of myself. I thought that I could just numb everything away. I thought that I can hide my pain from my family, but everyone was seeing that something was wrong with me. And my daughter told me what happened to my mom, who has so much faith. My youngest son's faith really encouraged me. I didn't understand what it meant to have a faith like a child. And like a light bulb came on. I started to trust God, and I started to tell myself and see myself how He sees me. And I started to tell myself how wonderful I am, even if I didn't believe it. I started appreciating the small things in life that people take for granted, like the laughter of a baby, a butterfly going by, ants crawling on the ground. I stopped being envious and I started to pray and have faith. One day I prayed and I asked God to help me face my fears because I was covering up and I didn't want fear to rule my life. So I learned how to do makeup, but I also learned how to live without makeup also. So today I have on makeup, but I'm going to show you how I look without makeup. I've learned to just really to appreciate myself and to give myself options. And I've learned to look past people's stares. And today I just walk in my healing and I have a greater appreciation of life. And I also have come to believe that lupus may have me, but I don't have lupus, and I don't walk in the fear or pain of lupus. I go about my day doing the things that I need to do, and I had to change my mindset. I had to stop being a victim, and I had to live my life like a warrior. And if you have lupus, you have the same strength, the same hope, the same faith. You just have to walk in it. Initially, when people asked me They wanted to know if it was contagious because my skin was literally peeling off of me, and I was embarrassed. I love babies. I love talking to people, and I thought to myself, no parent is going to want me to touch their baby. And initially, I was embarrassed, and there were people who looked up the disease to make sure that it wasn't contagious. But then I took it as an opportunity to educate people about lupus. And I've found that a lot of people don't know a lot about lupus. And it's my mission in life, and with other lupus patients, to bring awareness about lupus so people would not be ignorant of the disease. I do consider myself an activist. I've learned to advocate for myself. My goal in life is to have a lupus foundation to bring awareness to as many people as I possibly can. It's important to have people in your life who support you. That's one of the key aspects of having an invisible disease, is having people who can stand up for you when you can't stand up for yourself. I've tried to be normal. It just doesn't work for me. I've tried to fit in places that I don't fit in, and to pass for something that I'm not. And I've never met anybody that has lupus like mine, and I've cried long nights trying to be normal and begging, asking God to take all this away from me. But when I came into acceptance, life has been a lot easier. I'll show you how mine is healed a lot, but most times there are times where my brain will try to tell me that I look different from everybody else. But this isn't normal, but this is normal for me. And only I have to walk in this body, and I have to accept myself. And I've decided to accept myself. In fact, I consider these spots on me my battle wounds. I'm very proud of them. I call them my cheetah spots, and I call myself a cheetah mom. And I think they're beautiful. I wouldn't trade them. They're a great conversation piece. So, hi, my name is Shakita, and I have lupus, and I'm very proud, and this is me.